going to talk about the utilities section of the RV. Basically, once you get to a campsite, most of the campsites are set up, at least all that I've ever been to, are set up where the utilities are on the driver's side rear. So whether it's a back in or a pull through, you want to get yourself close to those utilities. Close means 10 or 15 feet. Okay, so there's two things. First of all, the power. It's a 30 amp hookup. That's important to know because they come in 30 or 50, and when they're 50 you have to get some kind of converter, but most of the time they have the 30 also. This little plug is important. It's the rat guard. Mice, things like that can get up in the RV in the cold weather, so you want to use it. Basically, you thread the power through the large hole as much as you need to get to, you know, to the console. The rest you can coil up in here. You take the guard, put it here. For house water, basically there's these little plugs I put in here. You hook up water. There's a blue food grade hose in the second compartment. You hook it up, make sure it's nice and tight. You don't want to fill this compartment with water because the connection's loose. But once you put that in there, you'll get much better water pressure from the city than you will from the pump. Let's see. Also, if you're too far away from the electrical or you're hooking up at somebody's house or something, there's a good extension cord and a 110 converter in here. Please take care of these. They're expensive. They're also, some RV parks, the really nice ones, have cable. When you're on cable, you get a lot more channels. There's a cable hookup. So it's ready right here. You basically screw one in here and one into the utility box where the cable is. All of those materials I keep in there. Okay, so now that you've got power running and everything's good, the air conditioners are on, and you've got city water hooked up with a hose thread through the connection. The other negative part about this is the sewer side. So the way the sewer works is you take the hose out. Keep these caps on the hose because it stinks inside there. You basically screw this, unscrew this little belly pan, keep it inside here, and then basically you just make sure you got the right end. Basically take and unscrew this cap, coming up through the belly pan. You unscrew the guard here, and you screw it on. The other end, there's a 90-degree adapter. The RV parks have a sewer drop. It's usually like a little piece of pipe. This screws into it. You screw that onto there the same way. I'm not going to do that right now. And then you pull the larger one. It's labeled black. Black is what comes from the toilet. When you pull this out, whatever's in that tank will drain out through it. I recommend having the cord loose, not with any kinks in it. So basically something that material can flow through. Once you hear it and it's stopped, you basically pull the gray. The gray is the sinks, the shower, things like that. So that water is more dirty because it's soapy, not because it's waste. And that's pretty much how that works until it's all drained. Close the black, close the gray, you're good to go. If you get caught dumping in the woods or something like that, it's a big fine. I've never done it because I think that's gross, but people sometimes have a tendency to do those kind of things. If you're at a place that has a washout, what I do sometimes is I basically put the hose into this container here, and with that on, you're able to power wash the black water tank. So it basically pumps fresh water into that tank, and it'll basically circulate through the sewer and everything else. You don't have to do that. It's something you do kind of towards the end of the season, but I put this little cap in here to make sure everything's good with that and everything else. If you're someplace that you like the water and you want to fill the tank with it hooked up to the city water, you can basically turn this valve to fill tank. Other than that, not much else. Get a little fresh water in there. That's the drain point. There's outlets back here for power if you need anything. And that's it. Thank you very much. And